Hey everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Welcome to your love and life reading focused on the first half of October from the 1st through the 15th. We are officially in Libra season, guys. But before we dive right into your reading for your particular zodiac sign, I just had a quick announcement. So starting this October onward, I'm going to be offering extended readings for my love and life series readings for those who are interested in watching a longer reading. So here on YouTube, I more than likely will only offer 15 to 20 minute readings focused on the love and life readings. And if you want to check out the rest of it, part 2, I guess you could say, that'll be available on my Patreon page. All right, guys, and I'd love for you to be a patron if that's something that you're interested in. And of course, I'll include that link down below in the description box, along with all the other information that you're going to need if you're interested in ever booking a reading or purchasing any of my decks and other merchandise. All right, guys, so that's about it. That's all the announcement I really have this time around. Let's dive right into your reading. Here we go. All right, Aries, let's get right into your love and life reading for the first half of October. So we're going to start things off taking a look at past energies and challenges for your connections. Either these are people that are reflective off of your past and they're not a part of your life now, or past energies that might still be lingering that's affecting you today. We'll see. So I'm going to use these two decks. The Shadows and Secrets one is my own, and this is by Mystic Moon, the Twin Flame Shadows deck. General as always, guys, so please keep that in mind throughout this reading. Take from it what makes sense for you as always, and release what does not. All right, so let's begin. Let's take a look and see what needs to come through here. So this first portion of the reading can be a little bit challenging since we are taking a look at the shadows of a connection, okay? So whether it's still a part of your life or not, or a lesson that you might have learned from the past, let's take a look at that. For Aries, you could have been dealing with somebody with dual personalities. So this card does say hot and cold, back and forth, changes moods often, highly unpredictable, resists catching feelings but catches them anyway, passionate lover, commitment issues. Okay, so you could have been dealing with perhaps a person, whether masculine or feminine, who just wasn't looking for commitment in a partnership. Okay, so we'll see. Let's see what else comes through here. For Aries, angels and spirit guides. The Comedian. Hurtful pranks, makes a joke out of every conversation, never serious when it comes to love connections, laughs at you, not with you. Okay, so that's, I mean, both of these cards could be very challenging, as I've mentioned, because that's just the type of energy we're taking a look at initially. And then we have the Miser, wealthy beyond measure, extremely stingy and frugal, holding on to every penny, frowns upon those asking for help, wants love without giving love. You could have been dealing with somebody who could be very wealthy, you know, just have everything that they could have possibly want, can afford all of the finer things in life, but unwilling to compromise or just unable to really give the kind of love that they themselves were looking for. And bottom of the deck, we do have a jealous ex here. Unable to let go of an ex, still feels possessive after a breakup, can't accept their ex has moved on to another, stalking and keeping tabs. So perhaps, Aries, you might have an ex here who's jealous, especially if you have actually already moved on to another relationship. Okay, so let's grab a message here from the Twin Flame Shadows deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. What else do we need to know here? What other shadows need to present itself here? We have medicating. You could have been dealing with somebody who might have had an issue with alcohol. You know, maybe they drank too much to numb their feelings and emotions. Somebody could have had a substance abuse problem. Just couldn't deal with the pain, the hurt, whatever that represents there. There's this ruthless energy. So this can be somebody who can be mean and cruel, cold-hearted, And then we have secretive, somebody who didn't, what was I trying to say? I just blanked out. Somebody who kept secrets from you, somebody who wasn't open and honest with you, basically. Totally blanked out. I'm like, what was I going to say? All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'm going to pull from my tarot teacher deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this love and life reading. First half of October for Aries. What do we need to know? So yeah, you guys could have been hot and cold. And this person could be your ex. And they're just unable to let you go. You know, even in their heart, maybe they just can't seem to be happy for you if you've already moved on to somebody else. Look at this. We do have the Ten of Pentacles. So it's interesting, guys, because we have the Miser. This is somebody who could be very financially well off. Now, here's the thing, and it might certainly not resonate with every single Aries tuning in, because this can represent an unexpected financial windfall. So if they were looking down on you because you didn't have enough money, for example, this could be you turning the tables and you're finally coming into some substantial amount of money, your income, perhaps a promotion and pay at your job, however way that presents itself. And it does represent long-term success. It could be inheritance for some of you guys, but it basically represents wealth and financial security. So take that if it applies, because that certainly is coming through, that maybe they made you feel bad that you didn't have enough or you couldn't afford the finer things in life, but they could. That's interesting. Now, when it comes to love and romance, the Ten of Pentacles is also one of my favorite cards because it represents a perfect match. It can represent a strong bond between two people. It can represent a very secure time in your relationships. And if they just couldn't show up for you the way you needed them to, this could be you moving forward after having gone through so much with them in the past. It's like, you don't have to stay there. You can create advancement and movement in your own life, certainly financially. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Three of Wands. So what this is telling us here, Aries, is you're going to be rewarded for all of the hard work that you're putting in, whether, again, that's tied into your career, your money matters, your finances, your romantic partnerships, some endeavor that you've been focused on, whatever it is, things are going to fall into place for you. But when it comes to this connection from the past, maybe there's not a whole lot of movement because this can represent a stalemate. And there's this stuck energy, possibly again, because things were hot and cold between you and this person. And again, that ruthless vibe can be very cold. And then you've got the dual personalities here, hot and cold, back and forth. They're constantly changing moods, keeping things from you, keeping secrets, laughing at you. Very hurtful pranks. And so this is you perhaps focusing more so on your future away from this connection and finding your own happiness in your life where everything really does fall into place for you. We've got the Three of Pentacles. I love this, guys, with that Queen of Pentacles. So here's what I'm getting, because this is just super interesting how the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who could be a business person, very successful, can provide for themselves, can provide for their own family. This could be a working parent. This could be a very mature, grounded feminine right here. And I'm getting through your own happiness by looking forward and possibly moving on to a better love connection. Somebody that's actually willing to work with you rather than against you, wanting to build a life with you. I feel these are all past energies when it comes to this person who might have a whole lot of regrets. And it's the next section actually that we're going to be taking a look at. What are their biggest regrets? I have a feeling here, Divine Feminine, that you have a masculine from your past who has a lot of regrets over how this all played out between the two of you, because this is you doing well for yourself, financially able to provide for yourself, building your own empire, you know, being successful, possibly even moving on to a better love connection. This person here from your past could have also hurt you. There could have been infidelities. There could have been love triangles here. They might have betrayed you. So this is an indication that you guys are in separation. And they could be self-medicating. They could be drinking a little bit too much to numb the hurt, because maybe you finally took control of the situation and decided to go in a very different direction away from them. And so it could be them that's feeling lonely at this point. You know, once you decided for yourself you were out of there, you were out of there. You know, you claimed your freedom. You created progress and movement for yourself. And bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Wands. So this is you, perhaps just overly stressed out with this person and deciding to finally lay down those burdens that you were carrying. And maybe the tables have turned here between you and your person, and they're now carrying that heaviness on their shoulders, which is why they feel the need to self-medicate, perhaps. Okay, so let's add to this now, taking a look at their regrets when it comes to how they conducted themselves with you. All right, so I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck here. Their regrets. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. What do we need to know here? Angels and spirit guides, please. Their regrets that you guys had the opportunity for forever. Infinity, us, forever. But they screwed up. Basically, they screwed up. You know, look at this. Mystery woman. Followed by bride. Do you see how these cards are presenting itself? All right, so that mystery woman could be picking up off of this Three of Swords as a love triangle or a third-party situation, okay? And if they were hot and cold, back and forth, if they had commitment issues, they could have gotten themselves into other partnerships, and there could now be this energy where they're coming through as this very jealous ex, especially Divine Feminine, if you decided to go in a different direction. And for some of you guys, you might be married at this point, and that's one of their biggest regrets because they were spending time with the wrong one. All right, so this mystery woman card says, I'm the one he hides in the shadows, the one he doesn't tell you about, the one he comes home late for, the one he desires when he's not with you. That's very telling for some of you guys. We have stepping stones coming through as well. Learn from your past mistakes to avoid life's pitfalls and thunderstorms. Until you do, tread lightly. The wrong step might land you in deep water. Okay? That could be for the masculine. They're going to have to learn from their past mistakes in order to avoid any future drama. You know, we do have the springtime card coming through. Love blooms. Focusing, of course, during March, April, May, which is a part of your own Aries season. Could also be Pisces, Taurus, and Gemini. The spring season could also be a very specific time of year for you and this person, Aries. Okay? And bottom of the deck, look at this, we have bridges. So this card says, know which ones you need to burn, which ones to rebuild, and which ones to avoid. All right? So maybe if you've got a jealous ex here, and if you're really no longer interested in investing any more time in this person, you might ultimately feel that it's time to burn that bridge. It's no longer worth revisiting that connection maybe. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this with some tarot for my Tabby Tarot Teacher deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. For this love and life reading, first half of October. Yep, they've got regrets because they had the opportunity to have forever with you. But they blew it. There were infidelities here, love triangles. Look at this, the Magician. Okay, the Magician is all about manifestation, a possible rekindled romance. This is what they're hoping for because they still want that infinity. They want forever with you. And they know that if this is going to happen, if there's even a chance that you will allow this to happen, they're going to have to take action. It's a risk that they're going to have to be willing to take here. Oh man, look at this. Three of Swords, which we've already seen in this reading. Love triangle, guys. It's right next to Mystery Woman. They hurt you, Divine Feminine. They broke your heart. You could have even gone through a period of depression and just feeling really down because they betrayed you. But I'm really getting that the tables have turned since then. And it could be now at this point, the masculine having a lot of regrets and feeling depressed themselves that you're no longer a part of their life. Wow. Eight of Pentacles could be self-employment, a new job, high standards, someone who perhaps has mastered something in their career, their job. I feel it more so for the feminines, possibly. It's right next to Bride. So again, going back to what we've seen already in this reading with that Miser card, I feel you're kind of doing all right when it comes to your money matters and finances in your career, Divine Feminines. If you're not yet, you have the capability to attract all of these things towards you. And when it comes to the connection itself, I feel part of what the masculine's regrets are is that they no longer have the opportunity to build anything with you in this connection. They want that reunion. They want nothing more than to have a new beginning with you, I feel. And they're also tapped into that energy of the Five of Cups. They're feeling this sense of loss, grief, sadness, disappointed by how things played out. So many regrets. So many. They would love to be able to manifest union here. They would love to be able to create a much stronger foundation from the faulty, shaky foundation they created before. That is what's presenting itself here. But yeah, love triangles, third-party situations, that's coming through very strongly here. So for part 2 of this reading, for the extended version, you're welcome to check that out on my Patreon page if that's something that you're interested in. We're going to be taking a look at what would they change if they could, future energies, messages from their higher self, and some healing advice from the angels. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.